What's up, guys? It is That Panagon. I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Alliance Vault, a feature that I honestly wish I talked about earlier or sooner. I really enjoyed this feature. I really found this feature to be one of the better features that Doomsday have added in quite a while. I think this is one of the best updates I've seen them kind of introduce into the game, and like I said, quite a while. So I honestly was super happy about this. I'm going to be yapping a ton this video, so you guys tune in for the yapathon, okay? That being said, let's get into it. We're quickly going to explain how everything works, and then we're just going to kind of go on a tangent from there. So how the Alliance Vault works is you can either donate gold directly, meaning if I have gold in my account, I can say, hey, I want to donate so and so much gold to the actual Alliance, so we can distribute it however we want, or the amount, like people buying packs directly through a gold mall, or not gold mall, sorry, just buying packs in the game in general will put gold in the Alliance Vault. So if I buy a $100 pack, 500 gold, so $5 worth of gold, will be thrown into the actual Alliance. And you do see here, it will say like, see, you donated gold, the Alliance Vault, by purchasing a pack. So, you just have to kind of take, this is 5% of whatever he spent, basically, you know what I mean? So basically by spending money, they give gold to the Alliance Vault and stuff, and it's really up to the Alliance leader how they want to distribute it. You can't actually give it to a what's it called, let me use a treasure as an example. If I wanted to give Big Daddy, let's say treasure, right? Basically I could say, hey, I want you to be able to distribute so and so much percent of the Alliance Vault, right? So if I want to say, hey, I allow you to distribute 20% worth of the Alliance Vault, you can distribute this, and basically a treasurer has that kind of authority as long as the leader gives it up to them. But it is down to the leader's decision at the end of the day how they want to distribute this. And I'll give you guys a few ideas about how to distribute it. I did talk about it a bit to some friends because I've honestly been distributing it already based off like kind of things that I've had. It was kind of what I was thinking, right? And what we did were during like Archipelago Raid, right? As Archipelago Raid was starting, we had asked players, hey, do you guys have the subscription, right? The $5 subscription. And the reason I asked this is because not only does the subscription give you guys, because this is like the only pack I normally get, right? And I'll buy some others sometimes, like I'll buy the customization or whatever, but the one pack I always get is the monthly subscription, right? And the reason I get this is because it's very effective at one, it'll give you just buffs in general, so you'll get training speed, you'll get research speed, all these other buffs. You get aid station privileges, meaning that your aid station capacity is even bigger outside of events, which isn't a big deal. Aid station intake rate 5%, so it's just like a 5% extra recovery. So instead of getting, let's say, 70% deaths, you're getting 75% of your deaths back, right? So overall, we're getting our death return rate up. And when people are filling rallies, filling towers pretty regularly, I feel like, hey, these guys are doing their job. I feel like they should be getting more returns on their troops. And I'm going to give you guys a $5, monthly subscription because I think that you guys have earned that. And not only do you get these other rewards, you get one, you can collect all instead of collecting individually on the Alliance gift thing, which is really, really convenient, you know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking about that when I gave it, when we gave like $5 for the gold to players. But you also get these daily rewards, which I actually find very useful. Being able to even get the 5 times zombie kill coupon things, whatever you call them, are actually really effective. It makes freaking zombie farming so much easier and like so much less of a hassle. But we did end up distributing these. I think I gave leadership to Big Daddy. Yeah, so he ended up distributing the rest because I have to give him the buff for like Archipelago Raid because he fights like a monster. But basically what ends up happening is you do see here $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5. We gave all these $5 things away just so we could distribute it to the members. Right now I'm still not sure about how we're going to distribute the rest and stuff. I mean, I did distribute a little bit more. I'm still deciding how I'm going to work with the rest of the gold. But we distributed some based off, let's say, these guys in specific were donating resources, and we actually have an Alliance channel where we record, hey, who donated what, right? You guys have to send it here or let us know at the very least. And if you don't have Discord, maybe message the leadership and be like, hey, I donated this, or ask the person you donated to, say, hey, can you screenshot this and record it for me since I've generously donated you resources. And I know this is kind of a yapathon, but the point is you want to make sure you have a pretty healthy system to distribute to your members and make it kind of fair for them, especially if you want want to make your players happy. And I think this is like not only just about making your players happy, it's just making sure that you're able to kind of make your environment as fruitful as possible. Like I've been thinking personally, one of our guys, okay, yeah, our Russian member, okay, I call him Orc, but Orc, basically, he has a lot of farms, and he donates a ton of resources to our main fighters, and what I'm thinking is, not only do I want to just donate him some gold individually, but I've been thinking, hey, how about we donate, let's say $100 to his alts, right, that farm the resources. And I won't do that before I donate to our main fighters who farm regularly, because what they can do is they can basically just have the auto farmer from the survivor running all day. But I wanted to give him his alts the $100 so they could potentially get the Isabella welcome gift, and this will get you the initial unlock on the Isabel, right, which will mean that you can basically do auto gathers, which it's only 2 marches, unfortunately, once it's at level 1, but I hear it only costs you $300, and I know I say only, but I thought it was going to be more expensive. I hear it only costs you $300 to max this out, meaning that you're able to farm for a day without any disturbances with 5 gathering queues, which is very effective, and especially if you're using even just like farm accounts to, you know, farm up stuff, this can be a very effective way. So I think like not only donating to the actual people who are donating resources to our top fighters, I do think being able to donate it to, you know, these other accounts and stuff that maybe be able to contribute as much as these, you know, top donors, which will also mean that they don't have to donate as much, is going to be a very effective way to kind of distribute it. And honestly, I've been really kind of thinking about how to make this fair for everybody, because I don't want to just rip players off. And I also know that, like, you know, obviously we have pretty, I wouldn't say big spenders, but like Fart, for example, dude, this guy, I don't think he's donated any gold. This guy spent at least over $2,000 since this system came out. Like he's a little whale, okay? But I want to make sure that like players like him are able to benefit a lot from the system, and, you know, being like, hey, yeah, we're not giving you your gold back directly, but we know that you need resources regularly through events, so if we're going to be donating this gold, we're going to be trying to give it to these farm accounts, so then these farm accounts can provide resources to, let's say, you or Big Daddy or any other fighters, like maybe me or even Orc in general, right? Like overall, we want to make sure our big fighters are kind of provided a lot based off this, and we're not trying to just, you know, distribute it to me, for example, right? Like I don't need a ton of packs all that much. Honestly, resources have been my main pain. They've been everybody's main pain, and if we can solve that problem, I feel like it's solving world hunger in a sense in Doomsday, right? But I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think about the whole Alliance Vault thing. I find this to be honestly amazing. I think this was such a great update. I love the fact that you can distribute gold. I know that people were abusing it, and this is actually something I was recommending to somebody. I was like, hey man, this is actually a really good idea, but it was like using like small accounts, right? And then you would just donate into one alliance, and you would donate into, let's say, a Shell Alliance, right? Because you could basically get these monthly passes, and for anybody who doesn't know how it works, is there's a gold store, right? And there are monthly passes which you can buy for $20. The pass basically gives you $20 right away, and I believe it gives you $20 throughout the month, so you basically get $40 for $20. And instead of, you know, well, for example, spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, they could potentially spend on these, you know, monthly passes and get a better yield, right? And that was kind of the recommendation I was giving, and it would save them potentially hundreds or thousands of dollars. And this is still an effective strategy in a sense, but honestly, they have ways to kind of combat this kind of exploit of the system. One being, there's like a headquarters limit, right? You have to be a certain headquarters to actually be able to donate gold, and I forget what the actual headquarters limit was. It was either like 17 or something along the lines, right? So you do have to make sure your accounts are somewhat leveled if you want to do this strategy, because I think they fixed it. Fixed it from people being able to just, you know, kind of abuse that. And next, to also distribute and stuff, you can't, you won't have to be in your alliance for, let's say, I think it was, it was a day, right? You had to be in your alliance for a day, and then there's also a gold cap, right? So you can only get 30% of your gold a day, and basically how this works is you can distribute gold once a day, and I'm actually going to distribute 1,000 gold to Orc, because Orc's been donating resources throughout his accounts, and I think he's great. And I want to use this video as an example because I actually already plan to give him some gold. But basically, give him some gold, and it says 22 hours. And basically, if you don't understand, right now it's 1:46, UTC time and stuff, and that means that you have to wait until the next reset to be able to distribute gold. And that's basically just how that works, right? You can only donate at one reset at a time. You have to be within your alliance for at least 24 hours. So that means you're generally going to have to be in your alliance for an extended duration, even if you're filtering gold through alternate accounts, meaning that you are going to have to kind of just like exploit it, but you're going to have to be in a shell alliance potentially for so and so long, unless you're filtering it through your main alliance, which that's a different story. It's probably going to be easier to kind of filter through that gold and stuff. But sorry, I'm like hiccuping over here. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot what it was. Either way, I do appreciate you guys for watching. I want to hear what you guys think. If you guys actually love this gold thing, I freaking love this edition. I think this was one of the best updates they could have added. I love it. Honestly, I don't really think that the leaderboard thing was necessary, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about it. It's still a cool feature, and you can kind of see how much gold these alliances have. The fact that these alliances are just sitting on thousands of dollars worth of gold is crazy to me. Like, it's not even been that long since the kind of gold feature, like the Alliance Vault thing was kind of released. But I don't know, you guys give me your thoughts. I do appreciate you guys for stopping by as always. I hope you guys have a great day or night though, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video. And that is about it. Peace out.